Poor people who dated rich people. What did you learn? I dated a girl whose dad owned half the car dealerships in town. First time she picked me up, she rolled up in a brand new Porsche. I was standing on the curb in my Walmart jeans and my one good hoodie. She told me to hop in like it was nothing. I tried not to stare at the touchscreen in her car. It was bigger than the TV in my living room. On our second date, she ordered a bottle of wine that cost more than my rent. I didn't even know how to hold the glass right. I kept one hand under it like it was gonna fall. She laughed, said it was cute. A month in, she invited me over for dinner. Her parents lived in a house with glass walls and an elevator in a house. Her mom kissed me on the cheek and said, "Oh, you're the boy," like I was a stray puppy she'd heard about. Her dad shook my hand, asked where I went to school. I said I dropped out after high school, working 2 jobs to help my mom with bills. He smiled, but it wasn't a real smile. He just nodded like he was filing that away. Dinner was 5 courses. I didn't know which fork to use. I copied her little brother. He was 12. Her mom asked what I did. I told her I worked construction during the day and bust tables at night. She tilted her head like I'd said something in another language. Then she asked me if I had plans to move up. Her sister snorted into her napkin. Next morning, I woke up in their guest room. There was a bag on the dresser. Inside was a suit, my size, still had the tags, a note on top, for when you go out with her. I told my girlfriend I couldn't take it. She kissed me and said, "It's nothing, just let them." I tried. I really did. I wore the suit to her cousin's wedding, but halfway through the night, I realized 3 different cousins had come up to me, introduced themselves, and said the exact same thing. "You clean up nice," like they were reading off a script. 2 months later, she took me on a trip to Cabo. First time I'd ever left the country. First time I'd ever been on a plane. Her dad booked me a first-class ticket. I sat there the whole time, gripping the armrests, sweating through my shirt, while the guy next to me ordered champagne like it was water. At the resort, her mom handed me sunscreen and said, "Be careful, dear. You look like you burn easily," like she'd been studying me. That night, I opened the drawer in my hotel room to grab a pen. There was a folder with my name on it. Inside, copies of my pay stubs, my mom's overdue mortgage notices, even a photo of me from 2 years ago, standing outside the pawn shop where I'd sold my guitar. I felt sick. I asked my girlfriend about it. She swore she didn't know. Then she said, "They do it with everyone. Don't take it personal." But I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was lying in bed with her and wondering if she looked at me and saw me or just the file. The breaking point came at her birthday party. Huge tent in the backyard, live band, ice sculptures. At one point, her dad got up to give a toast. He said, "We're so proud of her. She deserves only the best in life." Then he looked straight at me, held the look a little too long. After dessert, one of the waiters slipped me an envelope. Thought it was my paycheck from the restaurant at first, but inside was a check written out to me for $50,000. Memo line said, "For school." I swear my hands were shaking. I walked outside, sat on the curb in that stupid suit they bought me, and stared at it. She came out 10 minutes later, saw the check, tried to hug me, said, "They just want to help." And I don't know what came over me. I ripped it in half, then in half again. I threw the pieces on the lawn and walked down the driveway. She followed me, barefoot, crying, asking why I was making it such a big deal. I didn't answer. I just kept walking.